Let me see. I wonder if we're live. Are we live? Let me know if we are. Please let me know if we are. Are we live yet? Is anyone watching yet? Oops. Got my gimbal there. Are we live? It's unusually quiet in here. But we are live. Yes, great. Thank you, Comfy, and thank you, Simon and Andy, for confirming. Wonderful. So we are live. We are live on a very hot day. It's currently 31 degrees here in Tokyo. It's going to go up to 34, which is quite disgusting. But I will still try to take a little walk before the worst heat hits us. Those of you familiar with my channel should recognize that I'm in Futakutamagawa, my local area, where I will stay for today's walk. I'm not going to go too far away, but I plan on heading over to the quieter residential parts of the neighborhood, and where there are also some nice parks and a little bamboo forest and some other places. So let's go. And I am once again doing a bit of a photo walk today, so I have my Ricoh GR with me on today's walk, and I will snap photos during the walk. If any good ones come out, I will share them with you in one way or another. That could indeed be a t-shirt slogan, yes. It could. Managed to reach Scotland. Oh wow. With the live signals, you mean? That's good. It's good that they managed to find their way all the way there. Just a moment. I hope you can hear me well. It's a bit of a windy day, so I'm using my external mic. Hopefully it will do a good job today. But I do realize that the placement of the mic is maybe not ideal. Anyway, I think it will be fine. So, before someone asks where are all the people, why is it so quiet? It's quiet because it's a weekday and most people are at work, but we might bump into some preschoolers and maybe some housewives out in the park with their kids and so on. The sound is great. That's good to hear. It's good to hear. So I just came back from a little family vacation. We went to a place called Karuizawa in Nagano Prefecture. Stayed there 2 nights. Came back yesterday afternoon. It was nice. We stayed at a very nice hotel. We were actually celebrating our wedding anniversary. So yeah, it was nice, but I've been to Karuizawa once before, about 10 years ago. But actually Karuizawa itself was kind of like a bit of a disappointment. I feel like whenever we travel somewhere in Japan, I always feel like, oh, this is a nice place. I could see myself living here. This is like a really nice place. But with Karuizawa, I didn't feel that. I felt it was like all the things that I generally like about Japan were not so present there. Like public transportation is really bad. We rented a car, but I don't like to drive, so I prefer to use public transportation when possible. And yeah, public transportation in Karuizawa is really bad, but that's, I mean, sure, that's the case in a lot of smaller towns, so not too much of a big deal. But also I felt that everything was very expensive. Like Karuizawa is famous for being this kind of like resort town where a lot of wealthy Japanese people have their summer house, because you can get there in about 1 hour from Tokyo Station with the Shinkansen, and the temperatures there are generally quite a bit cooler than in Tokyo, so it's a nice place to escape the hot summer. But yeah, everything was so expensive, like 1.5 to 2 times the prices of Tokyo, like eating out and things like that. I mean, very expensive. And also I felt that people were not very nice. Like it had this very kind of a, like, snobbish aura. Like the people in the shops were not very friendly. I don't know, I didn't like it at all. So it's not a place I think we will go again anytime soon. The good thing about Karuizawa though is that the surrounding nature is really nice. It's like in a very forested region. It's surrounded by like green hills in all the directions and some pretty impressive mountains too. So that was quite nice. But yeah, other than that, don't know. Not my favorite place in Japan. And wow, we bumped into an area with poor signal. That's surprising around here. You usually don't have any signal issues in this area. Strange. Hopefully it will sort itself out soon. Hello Marcela, good to see you here. You didn't miss much. I just started like 8 minutes ago. So you just missed that it's a very hot day. It's I think the hottest day so far in Tokyo. Actually yesterday was even hotter. But right now it's 31 degrees. It will go up to 34. So I'm trying to stay in the shade as much as I can. Let me know, is the stream working at all? I keep getting this signal issue. It's very surprising. Oh, Lucy, congratulations. You and Jim, 55 years. That's a long time. That's a very long time. It's longer than I've been alive. No issues on my end. Okay, good to hear. Yeah, here it's my bandwidth dropped and I got the low bandwidth warning, but maybe it was just some hiccup on my end. Let's see, where should I go? I think I'll continue this way. Winter coldness. Yeah, you're on the other side of the world, on the southern hemisphere, so I guess it's pretty cool around there this time of the year. Let's head down here where I can stay in the shade. Is the issue because you're running a higher refresh rate? I don't know. I'm using the same settings as I've been using for the last couple of years, so I don't think so. And Thomas, was it you? Someone emailed me asking about learning Japanese advice. Was that you, Thomas? Or who was that? Ah, Luke, fit check. Da da da. Pink shorts for you. Let me check my inbox again. Wait, let's go down here maybe. Yes, Thomas, that was you. So I learned Japanese in the era before apps. Or well, apps just started to be a thing back then, I guess, back in 2010. So the question was, let me open the email here and read the question. I was hoping to get your opinions on apps for learning Japanese. Have you used any in the past that you'd recommend? My partner and I have been using Duolingo for a couple of years. So basically I tried Duolingo a couple of years ago, but it was a little bit too low level for me. It's pretty basic. They don't have too advanced levels, but I also felt that it was not very good. Like the sentences, the words that you learn are not, they don't sound natural in many cases. So I would definitely, I don't know, I was a bit surprised because I had heard so much about Duolingo and I know that a lot of people are using it, but my impressions after just checking it out was that it's not a very good app. Unfortunately, I don't have any better suggestions because no, I don't use any Japanese learning apps. I haven't really, I mean, what I've done is I use a regular kind of like dictionary app, and whenever, or what I used to do rather, I don't do it very often these days, but whenever I come across an interesting word or something, a new word, and I look it up in the dictionary, then I add it to flashcards that can later be used to kind of study those words and help remembering them. So that's something I've done throughout the years, and that has worked quite well for me in expanding my vocabulary in a very like specific way. So that's probably the only thing that kind of uses apps to learn Japanese in a way that I can actually vouch for. Oh, now I get this weak signal warning again. Hopefully it's just false alarm this time too. Yeah, it looks not 100% smooth here on my second phone now. Did I pass another person wearing pink shorts? Yeah. I mean, I'm not the only person with a good sense of style in Tokyo. There are plenty of people like me, so not so surprised. to hear that. Let's see. I don't think I can walk down this way. I think it's a dead end. I want to go this way. Yeah, we're getting a lot of stutters. What is this? Don't understand why. Garfield likes this path. Yeah, me too, me too. It's a nice part of Takotamagawa. I do come here quite often. I was planning on heading this way, but then there's not much shade, so instead I will try heading over here. But why do we get this? Because I mean, I walked here so many times and I never had any signal issues around here before. We're still having stutters? Looks like it. Well, I'll take refuge in here for now. Your voice is steady, it's the video that's stuttering. Very strange. Very strange. I have no clue what might be causing this. Now it looks better. Look at this. Yeah, but wow, it's just so much more lush and green now compared to last time when I came here. Now this place feels like a dense forest. Lovely. Lovely. You can do some forest bathing here. Colorful is poison. Yeah, I don't know if that thing was poisonous. I didn't lick it, so I think I'll be fine. Actually, I don't want to go up there this time because the place I wanted to go is more this direction. This little corner is not very pedestrian friendly. Oh, just lost connection for a moment. Had to rejoin the stream. Oh, that's not good. Hope it will work more stable now. Ah, forest bathing online with your last video. Yeah, that one. You can do some forest bathing there as well. Okay, so now I need to cross. There we go. Yes, I'm using a iPhone 14 Pro Max. I find it quite unlikely that the battery has something to do with the signal issues, but who knows. And yeah, usually I carry a power bank, but not today actually, because I'm not planning to walk very far today anyway. So today I decided to keep my gear as light as possible. Warm is an understatement. It's hot today. It's hot, hot, hot. But it's actually not too humid, so it will get worse. This is still kind of bearable. Yeah, the stream actually died on my backup on my second phone as well. So, どこだっけ? I think somewhere around here. Or did I miss the entrance already? There's like a museum. Or maybe I took the wrong turn. Who knows? But let's go down here and see. Actually, I'm not sure if I've been around here. Oh, 45 degrees, that sounds truly awful. I mean, I escape Japan every summer because it's too hot here. Can't imagine heading to an even hotter place. Leaving in 3 weeks now. Yeah, Scotland. Scotland's kind of similar to Sweden, I think. Lots of grey days, not too hot. It's quite nice. Would love to go to Scotland sometime, actually. Ah, there we go. Now I found the right place. So, どこだっけ? Could walk up there, but I think there's some stairs, maybe over here. Summers are hot, guys. Well, it depends. Some places are hotter than others. Warm is nice. Hot is disgusting. Just got disconnected here again in the USA. I say, I don't know what's causing that. Is this where I want to go? Maybe. It's very nice here. We will miss you for sure. Yeah, but like I mentioned on an earlier stream, I will I'm recording a little bit of a backlog so that I have some videos to post while I'm away. So there will be at least one video per week during the time I'm in Sweden as well. So hopefully that will make you miss me a little bit less. Actually, yeah, there we go. Wow, look at these stairs. If you want to follow, like, I won't upload any videos from Sweden on this channel, but I might do a few videos on my Sweden channel, which should be linked in the video description. So if you're curious about Sweden, then you should follow that one too. If you only care about Japan, then yeah, don't bother. This area seems like it would be great for iced coffee break. Yeah, totally. Totally. Don't think there's any place selling iced coffee here though. Maybe if we're lucky there might be a vending machine. Am I getting Konbini coffee today? I don't think so, because there's no Konbini near me. And I don't think I will go to the one. There's one if I continue a bit, like, yeah, that direction. I don't think I will go that far today. So probably a vending machine coffee. There's some annoying machine here. Wait, actually I will switch on. Let's see. Now I switched on the noise cancellation. Hopefully that will make the noises a little bit less annoying. Oh, thank you, Jenny. Thank you. Yeah, they're doing some pruning over here, I guess. Oh, they cut down a tree actually. That's some pretty high-level pruning. It's so nice here. Definitely a few degrees cooler than down at the street level. I need to come here with my daughter. Wow, this is almost like a real forest. Let's see. Okay, now I switched off the noise cancellation again. Hopefully, I think the noise, I prefer to have those audible on the stream. Yeah, I think I might have come here once before, a really long time ago, on a stream. But otherwise, this place is always kind of not really on my radar, but it should be, because it's super nice. I love this. What's the name of the park? So this place, I don't know the name of the park, but there's a museum over here called, or if this park is Okamoto Seikado. This is the place. It looks like signal got bad again. Hopefully it will recover soon. So I think, here's the museum. Here's the museum. And, oh, Teniriguchi, there's a garden down here. Let's go there. I wonder if that's, oh wait, here's a map. Yeah, I think it's the Minka Inn, which is actually this is like, I feel like I'm on a hike, even though I'm just in Futako Tamagawa. Yeah, bad signal. I think here it's probably the lush greenery instead. Did spinning wheel of loading. Oh, 残念だね. Are we back? Hope we're back. So here's the museum. See, can you guys hear me? Or is the stream completely dead? Wow, that's a preschool. Very nice location. They can easily play in the greenery a lot. Would love to have my daughter there. Okay, so looks like this is locked. That's not good. I wanted to get through here. Huh. It's almost big enough for me to squeeze through, but only almost. I can't get through. Ah, that's so stupid. I guess I have to head back up. Look for a different route. I wonder if the stream is completely dead by now. Not sure. Something else. Is this also dead end? Oh, maybe. Wait. There's actually a little tunnel here. Wow. Okay, bye Thomas. Thanks for stopping by. That's interesting. Okay, so that probably means that you guys can still see something. Looks like signal is finally coming back. Wow, sorry about that. It was a pretty rough patch with very poor signal for a long time. I hope the stream is still working, but I'm not sure, to be honest. Oh, I think we are live still. Great. And now, right. I think there's a shrine here. Well, thanks a lot to those of you who stuck with me for all that long time. It was quite a rough signal issue, but looks like we got out of it. We are live. Wonderful. Thanks, and Yari, good to see you here. So over here is that Minka end with the old traditional Japanese house. And there's a nice little park next to it. And I know that there's also a vending machine here. So let's get a vending machine coffee and do a little coffee break after that adventure. This is a very nice, very green kindergarten. Still a very enjoyable walk. Thank you. That's good to hear. It's good to hear. Yeah, that's the unpredictability of streaming. You never know. Sometimes there will be technical issues. It's just part of the game. Anyway, let's coffee. Fortunately, I have some coins. Let's try, should I try the double impact? Or should I just go for the double roast mountain blend? Choices. I think I'll try the double impact because I'm not sure if I've had that one before. Do I have a 10 yen coin? I did. Wonderful. There we go. This park is very nice. Let's head up here. There's a little pond where we can probably sit in peace and do a little coffee break in the shade. Then I think I'm gonna wrap things up because I'm already soaked in sweat and have a few other things I need to do today. We're already getting close to the 1 hour mark anyway. Yeah, my daughter loves this place. Edward, it's been 8 months since you were here. Yeah, I see. I understand you miss it. Let's sit here and listen to the water while doing a coffee break. Oh, sure. There we go. Is this a good coffee break spot? Let me know what you think. Hope there's not too much mosquitoes here. We shall soon find out. Coffee time. Kanpai. Oh. Even though it's just a canned coffee, it's very tasty because of this heat and the fact that it's nice and cool. Oh my god, I'm so soaked in sweat. But yeah, I hope you can hear me. I actually put the gimbal a little bit further away from me, but since I'm using my mic, I think you should still hear me well, right? Yeah, I think this time of the year I actually need to start the streams earlier in the morning, because even this time, I mean, it's soon midday. I need to get out at like 8 maybe in the morning. Then it's a little bit cooler, even 7. Maybe I should go out and stream before I wake up the rest of the family. Thank you, Marcela, thank you. But yeah, a bit of a messy stream today. Lots of technical issues. A little bit, I got lost. But I hope you enjoyed it anyway. I will just leave this on for a while as I'm enjoying my coffee, and if you have any questions, let me know in the chat. But the stream, the walk itself is officially over by now. But yeah, I'll be here for a little while longer, so. And I might actually go back the same way as I came and record a 4K video that I can post a little bit later in the summer. I did bring my DJI, what's it called? Osmo Pocket. Osmo Mobile. No, Osmo Pocket. Yeah. So maybe I'll do another photo walk kind of video. I think that could be quite nice in this setting. Then you get some more material to do forest bathing to, Marcela. Edward Lee says, beautiful and no tourists. Yeah, this part of Tokyo, I don't think any tourists come here. Like, yeah, really 0 tourists in this part of Tokyo. Professor asks, any recommendations for places to go and adventure around by train day trips in Japan? Something somewhat rural would be nice. Absolutely, that's a wonderful question and very good. So there's so many good day trip spots actually. I've said it before, but one of my favorite ones is Mount Takao. I mean, it's the most low-hanging of all the low-hanging fruits, but it's a very nice mountain hike. You can get there in an hour from Shinjuku, and it's also a nice way to dodge a little bit of the worst heat. It's usually a little bit cooler there than in the city, so that's one a good place to start, if you're a little bit more of an advanced hiker and want a bit less crowds, I would recommend going a bit further to Mount Mitake, for example, which is a little bit further out, a little bit more advanced, a little bit less crowded, but also very nice. Of course, Kamakura and the Miura Peninsula is also a very nice area. You can get there in a little bit over an hour by train as well. It's more like, you know, if you prefer oceans over mountains, that's a good place. What else? Like, I mean, I just went to Karuizawa, which is 1 hour from Tokyo with Shinkansen, up in Nagano Prefecture. It was like not my favorite place though, and I don't really recommend it. But I mean, there's a pretty nice old town in Karuizawa, which was quite enjoyable. But I think in that case, if you're gonna go to Nagano, I prefer Matsumoto over Karuizawa. Matsumoto is also in Nagano Prefecture. But now we're getting into places that are a little bit too far for a day trip. If you go there, you should probably stay the night. So let's zoom in back closer to Tokyo. What do we have? We have Kawagoe, which is also a pretty low-hanging fruit, but a nice little kind of old town in Saitama Prefecture. Odawara, as Marcela mentioned, famous for its castle. Personally, I've been to Odawara once and I didn't really see the appeal that much. My personal choice would probably be to go a little bit further to either Atami or Manazuru, which are a little bit further than Odawara, but more. Manazuru is kind of like a very hilly fisherman's town with not a ton of things going on, but it's more like if you want to feel the old charm of an old fishing town, if that's a thing. I don't know. It's quite nice though. I liked it. Iwatsuki, I don't think I know Iwatsuki. I've never been there, but I trust Marcela's advice because she seems quite knowledgeable and like she has a good taste, so I would recommend checking it out. Yeah, the castle in Odawara, that's the famous spot. I mean, personally, I don't really see the appeal of castles, especially not when they're rebuilt. I'm not sure if Odawara is the original one, but I'm assuming it's not. Yeah, it's a recreated castle. It was built in the 1960s. So I think the one in Matsumoto is actually original. Let me Google that real quick. But that kind of makes it quite special. Yes, Matsumoto, Himeji and Kumamoto. Those are original castles. So if you're gonna go castle watching, I think those places are more original than replicas. But maybe that's just me. What else? Wonder why you stream with a bigger, heavier camera if you have a DJI Osmo Pocket 2. I mean, I don't think the iPhone is terribly big and heavy, but I tried streaming from the Osmo Pocket once and it didn't really work. I only had problems with it, and then I haven't really bothered trying again. I'm also pretty sure that if I stream from an Osmo Pocket, I can't see the chat, which would kind of reduce the appeal a little bit. What else? Day trip suggestions. There's so many. Nikko is lovely as well, but also a little bit. I do recommend staying overnight. But Nikko is very nice. Okutama, further up in the mountains in the west of Tokyo. Nice. Kawaguchiko, of course, is one of our favorite places. We often go there, me and my wife. But also Kawaguchiko, you can do a day trip there, but it's not something that I would recommend. Same with Hakone, can do it in a day, but it will be more enjoyable if you can spend a night there. Shimoda is nice. That's at the southern tip of the Izu Peninsula. Yeah. Those are some of my favorite day trips. Yeah, no, I've never streamed from a DSLR. That seems really tiring. Could maybe be worth it for the image quality, but I think Ramblak does that, but I don't. Wow, I'm glad to see that still over 100 people are just idling here with me. Thank you. Thank you. What do you say? Now I feel a little bit refreshed after sitting down for a while after having this coffee. I might just stream as I'm walking back towards the station. Might keep the stream going, as I have to go there anyway. I can take a slightly different route, but I kind of want to do a 4K video here. どうしよう. Anyway. Again, I can just come back here and do a 4K video another time. Then I can bike all the way. It's not very far. So yeah, let's stream a little bit longer. Let's walk back towards the busy station area. Just looking up if there's any interesting route that I can take. There is actually, yeah. I can walk down, take the Nogawa. Okay, let's get going. Oh, that was nice. Nice to sit down here because it's very cool and comfortable, and just by being next to this water and listening to this sound makes me feel like revitalized. Okie dokie, let's go. Yeah, but maybe I should do entire streams which are just kind of like a coffee break at a scenic spot. That's probably not a bad idea. Let's just Thanks, Lucy. Thanks. realized I was walking on the wrong side of the street. There's actually a tiny sidewalk here. Oh, thank you, Yari. Member for 53 months. That's crazy. It's crazy. You're crazy. Thank you for being so crazy. You're getting close to half a decade. That is impressive, Yari. Here we have a politician truck. In otherwise so quiet Japan, these are some of the most annoying and noisy at least they waved to me, so I guess that's good. But you hear, they just run around repeating someone's name without a word about what they actually want to achieve. So stupid. So stupid to me. Yeah, Jenny, I know. You've been a member for just as long. And a handful of other people as well. I just called out Yari because it popped up here in the stream. Who cares about policies if you're smiling and waving to people? Yeah, I don't know. I do. But I guess most Japanese people don't. Politics sucks, says Yari. I don't know, I don't agree. I think politics is very important. And I think it's our duty to make good use of the responsibility that we have. Educate ourselves and vote for sensible persons. But unfortunately, it seems like people with my views are in a minority when you look at what's happening in the world right now. So that's sad. Not much shade here. Let me see. I think I'll go down one street here, and who knows, we might get a bit more lucky here. Can you vote in Japan? No, I cannot. I cannot. As I'm not a citizen, I'm not allowed to vote. Yeah, one of the reasons why I keep doing these walks is also to kind of get my mind off all the crap happening with regards to politics, and yeah, just focus on something else for a while. Yeah, I did actually put quite a lot of sunscreen before heading out today, but it's still pretty rough. I'm still trying to stay in the shade as much as possible. But on streets like this, there's not, maybe I can get a tiny bit of shade under the electrical wires here. That's the only shade. Do you pay taxes? If so, you should have a vote. Yeah, I think so too. But unfortunately, that's not how it works in Japan. There are some municipalities who thinks that makes sense, so that at least people can vote in the local election. But a lot of Japanese people are strongly opposed to that. So, which is a shame, but it is what it is. And I'm a guest in this country, and if the majority of people thinks that I should have no say despite paying taxes, then yeah, I just have to accept and live with that. At least we have a bit of greenery and shade here. Thank God. Are you using a route finding map to find those beautiful paths, or just Google Maps? Well, usually I just follow my gut instinct. Now today I'm walking in my local area, so I know this part of town pretty well. But when I'm in a new neighborhood, I sometimes look it up beforehand if there are any significant features or places that I should check out. But usually when I'm walking, I'm just kind of like, you know, peeking around the corners and, oh, this looks like a nice little path, let's go down here. Don't plan too much. Komoot. I don't think I know that app. Maybe I should check it out. It sounds like it can be quite useful. I kind of like this house, the layering of the roof. It's nice. Now it's 32 degrees here. 1 degree hotter than when I started, but it's gonna keep rising. It's gonna keep rising for a while. But I'll probably just stay home for the rest of the day. Because, yeah, it's not very pleasant. I did shoot a video in Karuizawa, by the way, which I plan on posting at some point. Not sure when, but yeah, right. 32 degrees, yikes. Couldn't have said it better myself. Oh, look at this. This is a beautiful little scene. The tree with all the flowers and then the red bike parked under it. Love that. The thing is, you know, like a month from now it will be another 5 degrees plus higher humidity. That's when it's really unbearable, and that's why I escaped to Sweden. What station location are we near now? So we're near Futako Tamagawa. Futako Tamagawa on the Dain Toshi line. Here's a little map. So yeah, the river is up here. We are here. We came from here, this way, and we're heading this way. And here's the station. Interesting way of spelling it. Futako. Futako Tamagawa N. Wow, that means this map must be quite old. Heise Sannen. So it's like from the, I believe, 80s. But what's it called? Tamagawa N, that late? This station has changed name. And actually, even further back in time, there was a tram here. I think a little bit further down this street, there's actually a little memorial plate on the ground. (1991) ka. Heise Sannen ka. Have you been to Muro in Nara? Muro? I don't know. I've been to Nara, but I don't know Muro. So in the shell case, don't come to Japan in July. Yeah, July and August are the worst. August is the worst, I would say. But July is pretty bad. This place has a lot of trees. Yeah, it's quite green. It's quite green. That's one of the appeals of this neighborhood, I would say. It's not so green around the station, but the residential area is quite nice. Thank you, Matthew. Thank you. Time for another snack. Thank you so much. Lots of tourists in the summer too. Where? Tamagawa doesn't have a lot of tourists, but it's quite international. Yeah, so here's a little, this used to be a tram station here a long time ago. Kinuta-sen. So yeah, not many tourists here in Futako Tamagawa, but there's actually quite a lot of non-Japanese people living here because Rakuten has their head office here and they employ a lot of people from all over the world, especially a lot of Indians, but also quite a bit of Europeans and Americans as well. Yeah, maybe let's do it like this. I will end the stream at the same spot as where I started it, and before we get to that spot I will also get a chance to show you one of the more recent additions to the restaurants offering in this area. If I'm ever able to cross here. Looks like I can. Good. And actually I have to go through a tunnel here. Hopefully that won't be killing the signal. I keep forgetting, but there's actually a bike parking here. I should remember that. So yeah, here. This place opened maybe a month ago, 2 months ago, I don't remember, but quite recently. Let me show it to you before I wave goodbye. It's a nice little hipstery food court. Quite nice, but everything feels a little bit too overpriced if you ask me. You used to cycle across the Tama. Yeah. Then you know this neighborhood. Tama River is very nice. I love biking along the river too. Don't go on terribly like super long bike rides, but sometimes I bike to Chofu area, which is probably the furthest I've gone by bicycle from here along the river. But yeah, so let's wave goodbye at the same place as where we started. And thanks a lot everybody for joining me today. Hope you enjoyed this walk. I did, even though I'm really gonna enjoy relaxing under the aircon as soon as I get home. But thanks so much and see you next time. Bye bye, hej då, auf Wiedersehen und mata ne. Tschüss.